Hi, this is Susie from Pink Diamond Guide with another zip around the zodiac reading, and we're having a look from the aspect of Capricorn today and seeing what energies are at play. We've got a lot of universal energies playing out right now, and we try and divvy it down a little bit by choosing an aspect to focus on. So this reading will be from the aspect of Capricorn. If you have Capricorn big in your chart, whether it's your sun sign or it features in other aspects, there might be something in this reading for you. I do zip around these, I move through these readings really quite quickly. We kind of gloss over the surface of the energies, looking at health, wealth, and relationships, and then taking an oracle message there as well to finalise, get some more clarity, get some more depth on the reading. Rightio, let's have a look at what we've got for you, Capricorn. We've got health, we've got wealth, and we've got relationships. What have we got going on there? Oh, you're doing really well by the looks of it, Capricorn. Let's get some clarifiers. We have got, let's have a look. We have got, what have we got? Let's look for some messages with regards to health, wealth, and relationships. Ooh. Gee, that's an interesting one, isn't it? How's this going to play out? Righto. In your health sector, Capricorn, I feel like you've been pretty solid. You look after yourself by and large. But at the moment, maybe you've got some conflicting advice going on. If I think there's anything that's bringing you undone at the moment, Capricorn, it would be that you might have a bit of confusion playing out. So maybe your mental health is taking a bit of a hit. Are you getting conflicting advice from people? Maybe you've had a concern. I actually don't feel like it's a big ailment that's playing out. I don't feel like you've got like a massive physical long-term ailing body going on, because this feels pretty solid in the way that you manage your health and well-being. What I would suggest is that you've probably come into some conflict with the way you're thinking about things. Maybe you're confused about and this might play into your relationship scenario, is the current scenario you have might be giving you cause for concern. It might be giving you cause to think twice about what you're doing. And sometimes when our relationship scenarios come into play, which is because like the Three of Pentacles in mine, it can be work, but it can also be on the home front. And what I've got going on here is something that you have as being solid, and we're looking at your health and well-being. So something that you believe is solid is actually giving you cause for concern, and you've got conflicting advice, which then would move into feeling like your mental health might be taking a bit of a hit. Here, you might not be getting enough sleep either. It's not necessarily how this card always reads. It's just a feeling that I have, is that you might be, I suppose we've got the moon out there, which might sort of lean more into that energy of going, it might be hard to sleep at night because your thoughts are on overdrive. The answers to that would be to lean more into your intuition, to lean more and trusting the way, I get the feeling the universe might be guiding you somehow, some way. And the process itself of moving into levels of understanding or moving into intuition might be affecting your sleep. Now, when your sleep gets rattled, the next thing that happens is your body starts to feel a level of stress, and you actually can move into a space of feeling confused, and then you start to question the solidity of everything going around. It feels like a bit of a cycle, like it's going, one part of the energy is feeding the next, and you can't quite get to resolution on where the stopping point on that is. What I want to suggest is in your finance sector is not where the problem is. Your finance sector feels pretty strong and comfortable. Whatever you're doing for work right now feels like it's pretty reliable, although you might be looking to make a change. What you're doing, where you're standing, like it's steady and reliable. Even if it's a little bit boring, it's steady and it's reliable. You know what you have to do in your job, and you get up every day and you do it. The King of Pentacles is, it's not the knight that grinds. The knight kind of grinds away at their job. Your job has, it's far more impactful than that. You get up in the day and you have direction about where you want to go, and you you take charge of a process perhaps, and you're all about getting the job done and getting it done efficiently. This Fool energy is really in competition to that. So perhaps that you're not getting, it's your leisure time that's feeling like it might be a bit of a stretch. This could be why this energy might be feeling like you have a level of, maybe you're overtired and you're not getting the sleep that you need. These are conflicting ideas. Sometimes when you are exhausted and then you lay your head down, it's like, but your mind is on overdrive and you can't quite get the sleep that you need. There's something about these energies that are conflicting, and perhaps it might mean that you're ready for a holiday, you're ready for a break, you're ready to be a little more light-hearted in the light of the seriousness or the heaviness of the work that you have to do. And it could then be having an impact on your relationships, and it could be then having an impact on your health and well-being. It does feel like we've got all of them tying together. And let's face it, Capricorn, you are good workers. You're earthy, you're reliable. When you are leading, you're generally in charge of what you're doing. Like, you're not someone who shirks work. But when it comes to the point where you feel like you need leisure, you're not someone who shirks leisure either. You don't mind going after an opportunity. And let's face it, look at this, Capricorns. We look at the goat energy, and it's reminding me of that image of the goat standing on the damn wall. And when they stand on those little ledges, I don't know how the hell they get up there. I don't know how the hell they get down. But they're trusting the process. And I think that you're in one of those cycles, is you might just be living on a prayer right now, just getting up and going through the grind of your daily effort and looking for something to give. You're looking for something to take a bit of a leap of faith in, which might be causing you to get into some level of argument with yourself about where life is going and what it is that you could or should be doing. Feels like to me, this is it doesn't feel like a physical ailment. It feels like a mental ailment, and not in the overthinking kind of way where you get locked in a mental prison, but in a way where you go, I've got plan A and plan B, and it keeps me up at night. Plan A is, do I just keep driving down this very solid road that I've been on? Or plan B is, I feel like I need to bust out on some level and I don't quite know how to do it. And again, these energies would reflect. Here, I've got what would appear to be a very, very happy home life, right? 10 of Cups is having it all. Happy relationships, happy kids, happy outlook, happy home, happy. Then why does it feel like such a burden? What's missing? What has happy become boring? Has balanced become stagnant? What is it that's missing in your life that makes this feel like a bit of a burden? Is your family horribly reliant on you to provide for everything? Is it your job? Is everybody looking? And if you fall over, if you lose your way, is everybody leaning in on you and going, Capricorn, you're the one responsible for everything? Now, that's putting it in the aspect of a family person. But let's put it if you're single and on your own. Do you have a very keen idea of what happy families look like? And have you given up the fight for it? Is it boring to have to continue to work and not get what you want out of this scenario? Because I'm feeling this in two very different ways. There's some disgruntlement with the idea of your cups running over in either a committed scenario or a family scenario. And this doesn't have to be in a romantic relationship. This could be related to family members or friends. Generally speaking, we are looking into the family or a couple scenario, but it could reflect. There's a lot of Capricorns out there. This could be your best friend has become a massive burden and you feel like you're always responsible. Maybe they get into trouble often and you're the one bailing them out and you don't want to do that anymore. There's something bored about this energy, or something that feels like the people that rely on you have become a burden and you want to break out from underneath it. It's a very this energy is very dense and very heavy, but I think you're coming to the end of it. Let's get some oracle cards on what that looks like. In utero. Ooh. ooh. So it does, you know, and I want to connect it to this idea. In utero is the idea that something is building, something is growing, something shifting, something changing. It's an idea that hasn't birthed yet. And what I want to say about that is when you're in utero, let's say, for example, you're finding really hard to have the world believe that your situation is really super happy, right? And you're going, see how happy we are, see how happy we are. But you don't know how unhappy you are, or you don't know what's on the other side of this leap of faith, right? So when a baby is in utero, this is a big assumption. I don't remember what it was like to be in the womb. Let's make the assumption that all that they know when they're in utero is the feeling of floating in the fluid. They hear all the sounds and the noises from outside, but they're fed by the umbilical cord, and their environment is they're learning and growing inside their environment, and they have no idea of the level of change about to take place, right? They think they're comfortable in their environment, or they have an idea of comfortability in their environment, but this comes to an end. Sitting in that environment, eventually they get too big for that womb and it becomes uncomfortable to sit inside of it, right? And the body, the birthing mother will have a process take place that pushes you into uncomfortability. So conflicting ideas there of going, I think I'm happy, but I feel really, really burdened in my happiness, right? Or I think I know what it is to be happy, but I feel really burdened by that idea. This can play out in look at the dichotomy of your situation, whether it's you're in a relationship or whether you're single. What is your view around happy relationships, happy family? Has it become a level of burden? Even though you're comfortable with what that ideal is, there's a change about to take place, a process. What have we got? What is this next one? Oh, lead the way. I'm not even kidding. Look, here's our King of Pentacles, right? And he's the leader. He is the one that, look, it says here, show others how it's done. You can help others, be a leader. And the King of Pentacles is a red hot leader. He has his act together. Like he would be an entrepreneur or somebody who in the family, it's the father who takes care of all. He would be that old school dad who managed all the money and managed all the ideas. The Page of Pentacles is all about taking care of business. And if that would make sense with regards to the money situation, and also in this Fool energy of birthing something new and taking a chance, taking a leap of faith, and leading either your family or your relationship into a place where it doesn't have a process of burden. And look, for mine, it's going to come out of in utero. You might be comfortable sitting in the womb, but however this next process is going to crack you open, you're going to have to be on your feet and moving, and you're going to have to be the one who is the voice of the operation. And ask with sincerity. Here, you've got conflicting ideas, right, which is pushing you into a place of not being sure what's about to happen next, or not sure where you're going. You know this burden has to end. When I see ask with sincerity, I'm actually taking this to a process of being an internal one. And when when you get into a place where your leap of faith kind of energy, and you're really trusting the divine to take your feet where you want them to go, and you're not really sure, here is a place of an internal process is going in. And when I'm talking health and well-being for you, I'm really talking mental processes. Ask with sincerity what the next step is. Ask your intuition, ask the divine, ask the guides to show you what happens on the other side of this birthing process. How is it that you get to lay the burden down? How is it that you get to shift this ideal of happy relationships being a burden for some reason, some level? What are you afraid of in laying the burden down with regards to a connection? Do you have someone in your past that you want to reconnect with? Do you need to be the one to reach out the olive branch? Are you in a connection and your partner is pulling away and you want to understand what the burden actually is so that you can birth a new chapter? You are the leader in this situation. I don't think anybody's going to come forth and give you the answers. You're going to have to go get them. You're going to have to be the one that takes that leap of faith and moves forward. This is not a money question. This is not a foundation question. This is a heart space, a soul space, a keeping health and well-being with regards to the people that you have around you, and reimagining is what I want to say. Why you think relationships are such a burden. What have we got here? Journal. Okay. Spirit loves to share inspiration and ideas via automatic writing. See, I'm telling you. Spirit's got some advice for you. Keeping a journal where ideas and experiences can be stored and reviewed becomes a powerful tool to review as you move through a journey of ascension. Write whatever comes to your mind without editing. You may be pleasantly surprised at what comes through. Isn't that, like, I was honestly just saying that to you. Ask the divine with some sincerity for the answer to your question. You know, I don't think you know what it is that you're truly struggling with, right? For some reason, you're considering your closest relationships, and maybe you've been, I don't even want to, yeah, I do. I want to say maybe you've been a self-sabotager. Maybe you haven't trusted instinctual processes in the past. And maybe you're going, divine, how do I get from being an infant or in utero as far as trusting you to take me on the right journey? I don't want to be this infant walking blindly. See, I don't know if you can see in there, there's like an infant in the idea of being attached in a womb, waiting to birth out into the rest of the journey. And what she doesn't know is what is on the other side. And maybe there's a level of fear in letting down or letting go of the current process, right? I need to walk this journey, but it feels like it's too much of a burden to change my ideals. Spirit, tell me what it is I need to do. Spirit, show me where my feet need to walk. It really is, I think taking the lead is doing a process like this, sitting down with pen and paper and just do some automatic writing. Ask the question that you need to ask and then let Spirit give you the answer in a process that comes through as, don't try and edify it. Don't try and overthink it. Don't worry about what you write down. Just let go. Ask with sincerity. Ask with sincerity and let Spirit be the voice that comes in on these swords. See, she's not watching what she's writing. She's not editing what comes through. She's fully in an internal process that allows the cosmos and the divine to bring wisdom through, which will take away these energies that feel like they're pushing against each other. Where's our Ten of Swords? It's in there somewhere. We had Ten of Cups and I don't even know where it's gone. Oh, there. See these opposing energies here. And it does feel like the way this cycle plays out is, it doesn't feel to me like your money's a big problem. It doesn't. Whatever you want to take a leap of faith on to bring more security, it doesn't feel like that's the problem. It's like whatever leap of faith you take, you don't want to lose security. You don't want to lose foundation. You don't want to feel like there's a, like your financial process gets disjointed in bringing through whatever this relationship, whatever dropping this burden is, to reimagine what this Ten of Cups looks like, or this happy family, happy couple, whatever that reimagining is. For mine, ask with sincerity of the divine, do a process like automatic writing, or, do a meditation and make sure you take note of what comes through to you. There's a message coming through that when you ask for sincerity, Spirit will bring you out of the womb into your new ideals, where you can just walk as the fool and trust the journey. That's a big message for you, Capricorn. Feels like you're really going to feel this shift. And what I want to say to you is we are currently in the energy right up until about the 8th of October, where Pluto is retrograde through Capricorn. And the energy of that, just saying, is to mend hearts, to break fears, and to have some big emotions. So feels like it's going to be a corker for you coming into the next couple of weeks, and truly understanding the truth of you, honestly. And feels like a time for healing, a time for clarity, and a time for understanding. That was your zip through the zodiac, Capricorn. Big messages in that one. Thank you for watching if you've watched so far. And we'll continue to update these little readings as we go. So in faith, hope and love, it's bye from me for now.